All right, what is happening, you emo EV? So Iron Hands EX was the most hyped card coming out of Paradox Rift, and it kind of fell flat. It's a good card, played in some good decks, but it's not broken the way people thought it was going to be and completely destroy the Pokemon TCG and make it unplayable and unfun. Wasn't quite that, but we are starting to see some more aggressive builds with Iron Hands come to light as people are trying to figure out the format a little bit more, and this is one of them. This is Sejun Park's Turbo, like super aggressive run. I only changed a couple cards from here. I think I cut the third Miraidon to add a Nest Ball, and to be honest, that was maybe the only change I made. For some reason, I'm thinking I made another change, but I maybe didn't. But yeah, this build is super ridiculously aggressive and is built around not just getting off a turn 1 attack with Iron Hands, but Miraidon or Raikou, or really whatever we want to knock out that's in our opponent's active that makes sense for us to knock out with whatever attacker makes the most sense to attack with. So it is a Miraidon style deck. Of course, we got the 2 Miraidon. Like I said, the 1 Raichu, the 1 Raikou, 1/1 Flaaffy in here only. We don't really have bench space to ever set up a second Flaaffy, so just a 1/1 Flaaffy. 1 Spiritomb in here for the Mew matchup. This you could probably cut if you're not too scared of Mew, but to be honest, when I was playing this the other day on the ladder, I hit like 6 Mews or more. Like, I just kept hitting Mew. I hit like 4 Mews in a row. It was actually ridiculous. 1 Lumineon in here because finding our supporter is actually super important. I'm not sold on Lumineon actually though. I'm not sold on it yet. The supporter that we play in here that's super important to find is the Peony. Discard our hand and then search our deck for 2 trainer cards, and a majority of the time our Peony is searching for double Electric Generator to pull off an attack with Iron Hands or Miraidon or whatever we want to attack with based on whatever their active Pokemon is. But Lumineon, the bench space honestly doesn't line up very well for Lumineon very often, except for like turn 1 and then like late game to find a late game Peony or a late game Boss's Orders. So honestly, I'm not too sure how I feel about the Lumineon. There's a Zapdos in here as well, getting the Miraidon to hit for the 230, and then having the option of a 1 price attacker as well is pretty nice. So the Zapdos is pretty nice in here as well. So like I said, super aggressive, super turboless, but we don't have anything like trekking shoes in here. We just have ways to find Electric Generator, and then we have a lot of lightning energy, 18 lightning energy, because we want to be hitting those generators for 2 as often as possible. So we can pull off, the biggest attack to pull off early on is that turn 1 attack with the Iron Hands. They amp you very much. If we knock out a Pokemon, we draw an extra prize card, and if we can get this attack off turn 1 going second, our opponent's active Pokemon usually is like some low HP basic Pokemon that we can get 2 prize cards off of if we hit it with the Iron Hands. So we'd much rather get 2 prize cards than 1 prize cards by attacking it with like a Raikou or something. Now I do still choose to go first with this deck. Going first still does feel better than going second, especially if you hit up like against a Mew matchup, or even like Charizard and Guardian, stuff like that. It's a little bit easier to get into your Iron Hands if you get that first turn of attaching for turn, and then also even get off like a turn 2 Dynamotor as well to start to build up your energy and play. And if you get a turn 2 Iron Hands going second, your opponent's usually not going to be able to 1 KO your Iron Hands anyway, so you're going to get those 4 prize cards through your Iron Hands pretty easily, and it allows you, especially against the Gardevoir matchup, to get into your next Iron Hands that much more quickly. Load up your first Iron Hands, put the second Iron Hands on the bench, start to load it up, and yeah, going back-to-back hands, it's pretty good. Drawing 6 prize cards in 3 turns, or 4 turns, I guess, if you go first. You know, you can't really complain with this. Yeah, this deck definitely has like really good Gardevoir matchup. The Charizard matchup is pretty solid as well, actually. I wouldn't say it's favorable, but we do have a pretty powerful line of Iron Hands first for 2, and then we can use the Raichu to KO a Charizard to get 2 prize cards, and then we can look to use Raikou. We can look to go Boss up there, Pidgeot, because almost every Charizard build right now is a Pidgeot build. If they're not playing the Pidgeot, things get a little bit more difficult, but if they got like a Rotom or a Lumineon on their bench or something like that, that can be our last 2 prize cards as well. It's definitely not a favorable Charizard matchup. Probably Judge Path is probably the best Charizard matchup you're ever going to get against them, but it's not bad actually, being like getting this much energy in play, being this aggressive, and if they like whiff the turn 2 Candy Charizard, then Iron Hands draws like 4 prize cards and the game actually is over. So Raichu is like the big player in the game though, to be able to close it out to KO that 1 Charizard at some point. 2 Squawkabilly in here as well, like it's super aggressive. I think there's only 1 game that I played with this deck where I didn't Squawkabilly turn 1. Like I Squawkabilly turn 1 every single game. I only drew an opening hand that was so good, it had like a Peony in it. I went first, it had a Peony in it, and it had like turn 2 Flaaffy in it. So I was like, maybe I won't Squawkabilly this hand. But even then I was debating it. It wasn't like a for sure thing where I was like, I definitely shouldn't have Squawkabilly. I was like, Squawkabilly's still pretty good here. And actually the draw power, the draw engine in this deck is the Mew EX. Peony discards our whole hand. Then we go search for 2 trainer cards that we usually play on that turn, which leaves us with a 0 card hand. Mew would draw us 3 cards every time we use the Peony. It actually makes me wonder if we should play 2 Mew, because the amount of times I like set up turn 1, and then I'm like, play Peony, 0 card hand, make sure I get the Mew out, draw 3, and then repeat that kind of process of getting rid of my hand, drawing 3 after that is like really high. So I would definitely consider a second Mew EX, probably a heavy ball first though. We do have Peony, so we can find heavy ball pretty consistently. We also have a lot of other one-of basic Pokemon in here: the Mareep, the Raikou, the Raichu, the Zapdos, the Spiritomb. That all can be important in certain situations, in certain matchups. So could definitely see including a heavy ball in here. I guess I'd probably go with heavy ball before I went with second Mew EX, to be honest. Another card that I've thought about including here and here as well that I haven't felt like I need quite yet, but definitely would consider trying it out, is a Super Rod. The main reason for that is like we just lose our Raichu sometimes, and Raichu is a really good, powerful attacker in the late game up against like Charizard, Mew VMAX, stuff like that. It's pretty important in those matchups. So I would definitely consider playing a Super Rod in here, because I have found myself a couple times where my Raichu gets discarded. I don't need it all the time. I don't need to recover it all the time, but sometimes I do want it back. And I think I'd prefer a Super Rod over something like a second Raichu, just because there is other Pokemon in the deck that we might want to recover. Like if we go with a Peony or a Squawkabilly turn 1, we have our Flaaffy in our hand, we can recover it, still get our Mareep down, and then set up the Flaaffy on the next turn, something like that. So definitely would probably consider the Super Rod over like a second Raichu or second Mareep or second Flaaffy or whatever you want to say. I also can like recover our Lumineon if that gets discarded early, and Lumineon does get discarded early quite a bit, because if it's in a hand with a Peony, I'm just getting Peony'd away. It's a good Ultra Ball target early on. We don't really want to put it in play early, but it is nice late game to be able to like find bosses orders or find a late game Peony for sure. For the Pokemon search cards, 4 Ultra Ball, finding Flaaffy is really important. We have 2 Nest Ball in here as well, and then we actually have 2 Battle VIP Pass. And the reason for the Battle VIP Pass, I know what you're saying, well, you get up Miraidon gets the rest of your Pokemon, but the Battle VIP Pass are really nice for getting Squawkabilly and Mew out aggressively. And a Nest Ball can find our Miraidon, and then Miraidon can find our Mareep, and can find our Iron Hands, but then nothing finds our Squawkabilly or nothing finds our Mew. We can't Nest Ball from Miraidon and Squawkabilly, but you can Battle VIP Pass for Miraidon and Squawkabilly, and it's pretty good when you use Peony for Battle VIP Pass and Electric Generator, and you use the Battle VIP Pass to get Squawkabilly and Miraidon, then Miraidon gets your Lightning Pokemon, and then you use Squawk and Seize to draw a bunch of cards. So yeah, the Battle VIP Passes actually are pretty sick. I could see going down to 1 for sure, and maybe up the Nest Ball count, but definitely the combo of Peony into Battle VIP Pass is really, really powerful, so I definitely keep 1 around for that, but I could see cutting a Battle VIP Pass, maybe another Nest Ball. Switch cards, 2 Escape Rope, those aggressive turn 1 KOs. We want to be able to sometimes attack something on the bench, sometimes attack the active, so 2 Escape Rope in there for that. 1 Switch card in here as well, another way to kind of move our Miraidons around. Also, the Hurt 30 heal is pretty important against the Charizard matchup sometimes. If we get our Bravery Charm, which there is 1 of, and we put that on a specific Pokemon where then the Charizard hits it but they don't quite KO it. Like if we take 2 prize cards with our Iron Hands, and we have a Bravery Charm on our Iron Hands, and the Charizard player hits us for 240 damage, but they haven't found their Lost Vacuum yet, then we can find the Switch card, use the Switch card, heal down to 210 HP on our Iron Hands, and now the Lost Vacuum doesn't draw prize cards for our opponent. So pretty cool combo you can line up there, and we can find all this stuff pretty consistently through the Peony. So we only have the 1 Bravery Charm for that 1 turn in the early game, 1 Switch card to respond to that situation. Yeah, just a lot more 1-ofs compared to like other builds of Miraidon, the more draw supporter heavy, research heavy, playing multiple counts of stuff, because we're not able to pick out our cards exactly the way we want to as we play through a game. Of course, there is Arven in that build, but not quite as powerful as the Peony, of course. 1 Lost Vacuum in here can bump Path to the Peak, but also removes Bravery Charms in the mirror, which is like a really big deal. Being able to remove Bravery Charms going up against other Miraidon decks is a big deal. 2 Force Seal Stone. Finding any card out of your deck is pretty good as a card. And we got 2 Vs in here. Miraidon can aggressively find our V Pokemon. Sometimes we end up with Lumineon in play. Put our Force Seal Stone on our Lumineon. Draw some or get anything we want out of our deck. 3 Beach Court in here. Keep our Pokemon mobile. I could definitely see cutting 1 of the Beach Courts for another Switch card, but making sure you can bump Path to the Peak when you're trying to be really aggressive in the early game is pretty important. We want to use Squawkabilly, maybe use Lumineon, and of course we want to use Miraidon early on as well. So 3 Beach Court in here, keep the Pass out of play, and like I said, 18 Lightning Energy, because we're trying to hit our generators. Yeah, this deck is crazy. I've had a ton of fun with this deck the other day on stream. You guys are looking to have some fun, but probably also annoy your opponents from getting turn 1 amp you very much, then this is the deck. This deck actually just feels really, really good, and you just like cheese so many wins with turn 1 attacks, especially with the Iron Hands, drawing 2 prize cards. Yeah, this deck is ridiculous, and this is the kind of deck that like I would have been scared of from Iron Hands, to be honest. Like people were hyping up Iron Hands going into Paradox Rift, and when it came out, I was like, the decks that play Iron Hands are okay, they're all right, you know, they're cool. Iron Hands is good, but it doesn't feel oppressive. This kind of deck. Now, this is a different story. This is definitely a different story. This is what we are scared of when people are hyping up Iron Hands, is this kind of deck for sure. Before we get to the action, if you guys need any sleeves or deck boxes, or anything like that, the place to go, dragonshield.com. Check them out over there if you want to support me and everything I do here on the YouTube channel and with the live streams. You need sleeves, you need a deck box, you need a binder. Check out dragonshield.com. Use my link in the description, of course, and use code AzulGG for a discount as well. And with that said, let's get into some action. I'll have some more gameplay up on the secondary YouTube channel with some more of this Turbo Miraidon Iron Hands deck. Once again, shout out to Sejun Park for the initial list that I worked with. Like I said, I only changed a couple things, so shout out to Sejun for the build. And let's go ahead and let's get into it. So, I mean, I want it. Definitely want to find a hands to attach to here. Ooh, okay. I like what's going on here. I see this. Okay. Mew Miraidon. Jeez. Rise Lumineon. Okay, so won't need that for the late game. Until the late game. Mew Miraidon 4. I guess I have to be a little bit aware of on hands and Raikou, right? Down. I could go into the fleet. Honestly, I'm like tempted to go use fleet-footed here because I need cards, but I can also Ultra Ball these two things away. I mean, boss isn't that good in this matchup, right? Yeah, but I kind of want to. I want to get the Flaaffy, right? Wait, did I discard the Flaaffy? No, just in the prize cards. Okay, just another deck. All right, draw 3. Yeah, I kind of want that fleet-footed for. Yeah, I definitely want that fleet-footed for 1. My hand sucks. We need this. This has got to be good. Okay. That's kind of cooking. We like that. We can work with that. And we got the Escape Rope in case they play any like weird cheese. No Flaaffy once again kind of sucks. Dude, I'm just like losing my voice right now, man. This might have to be my last game, to be honest. Jeez. Top deck Raichu again? Bro, shut up. Who else can play? Also play around Avery. Just you, Lord Beef. You gotta step it up, though. You're bringing the whole squad down. Okay, bro. Ooh, okay. That's pretty cringe. But we can work with it. Wow, really cringe play there. It's fine. We should have this. Like, if we whiff this, that'd be unfortunate. We have double generator. We need 2 energy. Does that could benefit from a Super Rod? Super Rod's definitely a consideration. I think I would do Super Rod before second Raichu, to be honest. I think you would do the Super Rod before second Raichu. Yeah. I think that would be dude, we just body them here, to be honest. Like, they're cooked. How do they win? I don't think it's possible. Like, unless they 1-hit KO my Iron Hands next turn. But if they can't do that, it's over, right? It's over. That would have been good if we had Flaaffy in the deck. All right, Escape Rope. It's a good play, though. The boss on the Iron Hands was solid. It's a solid choice from them. I commend them for their play. They basically just pray I whiff, right? Like, I don't even think they have a... they just don't have a play. You lose. Go home. All right, let's thin out Spiritomb. Spiritomb's pretty bad. And then I could draw... Interesting. So I could draw 1 off Mew. Probably best to just go ahead and hit the Peony. Just get double generator. And then do these first and then hit the Mew. I don't know. Should they just concede? Like, I think they should just concede. Honestly, I want to load up Raikou before Miraidon because I want to keep it around to have a Force Seal. So if I get Avery, I get rid of Squawk and the other thing. Yeah, I think we load up the Raikou here. Also attacks for 1 less energy, which I guess could be a difference maker. I mean, I guess they could have Candy Guard, and just bop me next turn. They could be bopping next turn. That's true. That would be something. That would be something if they get the bop next turn. I think we're cooking here. Hey, there's the Force Seal Stone. Yeah, because if they Avery here, get rid of this. Get rid of this. This is the first deck where I really am feeling the power of Restart. Like, this feels like Instruct levels of good. Shout out to Rangaroo back in the day. Well, Rangaroo was also only worth 1 prize card, so it was like way more reasonable to just like have on your bench and splash into like a bunch more decks. So you're like, I don't care if they kill. This is worth 1 prize card. My active's worth 2 prize cards. Your hands is so toxic. Nah. So is their play just like to counter catcher something up and hope it sticks? If I want a Guard EX counter catcher Mew and Iono, right? That would be a pretty good play slap, actually. Yeah, I think you're right. That would be pretty good. Countercatcher Mew, Iono, dude. I hate Gardevoir so much, bro. The deck is so disgusting. I would, if I felt more comfortable to play Gardevoir in best 2 out of 350 minutes, I would 100% just play Gardevoir at every tournament. The deck is just so disgusting, man. It's just so gross. That is also gross. This whole combination is also pretty disgusting. I don't like this. But we should just win, so it should be fine. In the generator? I really don't like the idea of attaching a 5th energy to my Iron Hands, but what are you gonna do, you know? What are you gonna do? You're gonna Peony for Beach Court. That's what you're gonna do. Okay, so this. Dude, what if it's not in there? I would cry. Honestly, I don't want energy on Miraidon. Well, am I really not? Am I really gonna go like this? I'm not that scared of their freaking Avery, right? I could do this. Dude, am I gonna Peony away my Raichu? You gotta go, Raichu. Dude, the Raichu always bites the dust, bro. What the heck? I mean, I could go for the Bravery Charm here. This is like the time to go for the Bravery Charm, I feel like. These big hands. I thought they had discarded their vacuum already, but they haven't. I mean, they might not play the vacuum as well. Not everyone plays the vacuum, so. I mean, if I can't piece together 2 prize cards from here, I don't know. I'm struggling, so that shouldn't be a problem to get two more knockouts from here. I still have like escape ropes and bosses and all that fun stuff, so. Another hands would also be super funny. How many generators do I have left? Did I even have the capability of doing that? I have 1 generator left. So if we had gotten cheap off the prize cards, we could have set up another one. I'm not saying for the Raichu abuse in this Raichu deck. Bro, I just keep top decking it, bro. I just keep drawing into it. In this matchup, it can be relevant as well if we want to have that late game boss KO on the Guard EX. Or if they go for the Guard EX play. Actually, yeah, our response, honestly, Slap, to the Guard EX play is to just knock it out with Raichu, right? Just get 2 more prize cards. And then we just win with Raikou Miraidon at that point or something like that. Force Heal Zone instead of Charm, better there? I did think about it, Ridgeway. I did think about it. I did think about the Force Heal Zone. But, yeah, I guess like the question is, yeah, should I make them work harder for the hands knockout, or should I just give them the hands knockout and be more prepared to deal with Iono? I don't hate it. How's the Peony been? It's sick. This build of Miraidon is actually really, really sick. I definitely enjoy it. It's a good time. It's a good time right here. It's fun when decks like this, a little bit more off the wall engine-wise, just function really well. It's like a very enjoyable way to play Pokemon. It's just like a different engine, different style of deck, you know? Like that's how I felt about Pidgeysard as well, but I'm kind of played a lot of Pidgeysard at this point. So if I play this for the next, you know, for another couple streams, I'm not going to be enjoying it quite as much anymore, but yo, appreciate the give us up there, Old Man Cringe, over to DSOP KO. Welcome to the pack, DSOP, and welcome to the pack as well, Zero and Simalon. Appreciate the prime subs. Welcome all to the pack. We're fresh out of Yikes. We got plenty of Yo. Seems like 2 legit ways to play the Don. Oh, you're just saying in general. I thought you meant like a different way that we had already played. But yeah. I mean, it feels pretty good. Also, I knew I was gonna draw into Force Heals on off Iono, so I may as well like make him work harder with the Bravery Charm. C Million. Appreciate it, C. Man, what a meta! Not even a crushy Hammy's aggro deck in the mainstream. Yeah, times have changed. Cool when rarely used cards can be core parts of the deck like Peony. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Peony, I just like playing Pokemon. But like if you play Pokemon the same way over, like I can't understand how James streams doesn't. I mean, not only Gardevoir, but James plays a lot of Gardevoir, right? Like James plays a ridiculous amount of Gardevoir. I don't know about any more recently, actually. I haven't tuned into a James stream in a little bit, but back when James was like basically only streaming Gardevoir, I was like, bro, how can you? I can't do that, man. Like I like playing Pokemon a lot, but not one deck that much. Because I feel like there's such diminishing returns on improvement. He was playing Guardy this morning, bruh. I don't understand how James does it, literally. Like, I just don't get it. James literally buffers inputs. It's wild. Yeah, I like playing Pokemon a lot, but I don't like playing Pokemon in the way where it's like... Yeah, but like things get boring to me. Like I like playing Pokemon, but if I gotta switch it, like I can't sit there and play Gardevoir for like because at the top end of like there's like a maximum capacity to play every deck, and it's hard to like you'll never fully get to the max capacity. Like no one ever plays well enough to consistently play perfect games of Pokemon. But like all the time. They can get close. Like Tord is probably the person who's closest to it, right? But you can, what was I gonna say? Oh, we're setting this thing up. The sheep is just not there, bro. Like, what the heck? We think, oh, second one. Actually, I might not, that's actually kind of good, actually. Oh, I discarded the Raichu. Honestly, I forgot about that. I forgot I discarded the Raichu. We could actually lose this. Dude, I hate Raichu so much. What a scammer. Yeah, I honestly forgot we discarded the Raichu. Let's go with this, I guess. If they don't kill my Raikou, I have 4 Seal Stone. I should always win this here. Yeah, I should always win. I was gonna put this on the Raichu. That was, it didn't exist. Hey, and I'll finish my thought process here in a second while I'm cooking. Let me cook. Oh, did I click fleet-footed? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, yeah, so to play Guardy at the amount of games to be consistently playing Guardy, like the amount of improvement to be made from playing Guardy at 95% capacity to 96% capacity is so much Guardy that like it's just not, you just have to play so much to like get to the really, really nitty gritty fine tuning at the top, like perfecting. And there's like the expected returns are like really low. So like playing like one deck over and over and over again, like the expected returns are just not that high, to be honest, in Pokemon. But like, it's like comparing it to like, comparing it to something like StarCraft, where it's like, in StarCraft there's 3 or is it 4 classes to pick from, but everyone only played one class in StarCraft because the benefits from only playing one class were so high that you never would want to play. Well, some people, like, there were some weird StarCraft players who would like play a certain race. They were called races, right? They weren't classes. Who would play a different race for like certain matchups, but majority of the time, vast majority of the time, StarCraft players only played one of the 3 races because, dude, nobody plays 2 Poke League headquarters, bro. You're cringe. You only played one of the classes because the returns were so high to be that much more efficient and proficient with your one class. But like in Pokemon, being a person who only plays Gardevoir, the expected returns like aren't that much higher. It's like, yeah, it's just like not that much higher expected returns to only literally play Gardevoir. So the enjoyment level / like, I'm a competitive person, but yeah, I'm not trying to milk that last 1% out of being good at a certain deck, you know what I'm saying? That my enjoyment of that falls off. Now Pokemon, like if the ceiling in Pokemon was way higher and, you know, playing like a week's worth of Gardevoir would really give you that much more benefit to playing the Gardevoir deck, then I would like be playing one deck for a lot longer, but like it doesn't exist in Pokemon. So, and once you've reached like a high enough level, of course. Like I said, like I think or what did I just say? I think what's it called is a good example of that. StarCraft is a good example of that. Well, hold on. Yeah. Well, hold on. Yeah, I have Star Alchemy for the energy. I actually literally just got confused there for a second. I think a good comparison to that too would be like League of Legends. Like there's some people in like solo queue in League of Legends who are like one tricks and like literally only play one champion. And like in solo queue, that's fine because you're not freaking playing a team sport. But like at the highest level of League of Legends, like the best players need to be able to play multiple characters, and they might not play a character as well as someone who like one tricks a character, but just their general play in League of Legends, irrelevant of the characters, what's more important, and having the versatility to pick up different characters is the important part, even if you're not playing them at 100% capacity, even if you're playing... Jesus, we got all of our Pokemon search off the rippity. But we need to go... See, opening this thing is just so bad. Holy smokes. We can make it work, though. Tandem unit for Hands Mareep. Hands Mareep. We'll try and hands on our next turn. Flaaffy's there. Okay. Nest Ball for Mew. I'm down. If I keep the bench space open for Lumineon would be the only question. Nah, I'm down for the Mew. Dash to the hands. Ultra Ball. I don't know, like these. Doesn't really matter. Discard or thin out the other Billy, right? Yep. Really for 6. Or 2 hands. If I play the generator, there's a decent chance that they could Iona me. Should probably just play the generator here. All right. Classic. Love it. All right, looking good. We're looking good. No out to Mareep or Flaaffy in the hand kind of sucks. So like our best top deck here is like Ultra Ball or something like that. Yeah, like we have a decent amount of Pokemon that is good to start with in a majority of matchups, right? Like opening Squawkabilly or like Raikou or Miraidon is fine in like every matchup. But then like opening Spiritomb in non-Mew matchup or opening Zapdos in a matchup where you don't want Zapdos, like our board like doesn't need to be perfect, but like ideal when our board develops like the perfect 5 for the matchup, you know what I'm saying? This would be kind of funny here though if they have Lumineon in hand. It'd be funny if they're out to play the game right now as Lumineon and they can't play it because of Spiritomb. So that would be kind of funny, to be honest. That would be funny, but that might not be the case. All right, well, Mander and Pidgey, I want to KO both of those, so I think I'm just gonna go with Escape Rope here. Because if I KO the Charmander, they're not doing anything next turn. If I KO the Pidgey, there's no Pidgey out anytime soon. Let them do whatever they want to do. So Escape Rope here off the Peony, because they have the candy in hand, so if they have Charizard, they have Charizard, right? Second hand's not a big fan of that, but it's okay. Peony for Escape Rope Generator, probably. What else would I get? Oh, I can go Escape Rope. No, I don't have anything to hold the Force Seal Stone, actually. Never mind. Ooh, is it the Escape Rope Bravery Charm angle? Because then they can't KO the hands immediately, right? Unless they have the... Ooh, okay. I'm down. That's an angle there for sure. Then we can boss KO Mew potentially for 2 more. I mean, they might just have the whole combo in hand, but that's like fine if they do. All right, restart. Flaaffy is the best card. That's not Flaaffy. Peony's good though. I don't mind a Peony. Yeah, getting turned to Flaaffy is like such a big deal. It's just hard to. I mean, like I could have like. My opening hand, I could have not Squawkabilly'd to hold the Ultra Ball to like get the turn 2 Flaaffy, but that doesn't seem worth the trade-off, to be honest. That doesn't seem worth the trade-off there, so. Yeah, like the Spiritomb, if the Spiritomb wasn't here, then we would have bench space for Lumineon and then could still like Miraidon for Raichu when we want it or something. So that kind of sucks. Or I could have like benched the Raikou so I could have access to the Force Seal Stone. But maybe the Spiritomb stop in Lumineon in this matchup specifically, so that's like kind of good, I guess. The most fun deck for me right now? Probably Rapid Strike. Rapid Strike's pretty chill. Enjoy Rapid Strike. At least Spiritomb does something versus Pidgeot v Lumineon. Starting Zapdos when you don't want it, it's just so... yeah, it's true. Like, I would rather open Spiritomb than Zapdos, but... yeah, opening a non good Pokemon for the matchup with this deck specifically is, like, pretty rough. Because, like, we want to use our whole what's it called? Collapse seems good in this list. Well, we don't care about removing liabilities. Collapse is only good if we can then bump the Collapsed pretty quickly after. Like, I don't care if there's like a Squawkabilly on my bench. It would be good if we can then like quickly after. Oh, they Mysterious Tail before they... what the heck? I'm so confused. They could have thinned 3 energy out of their deck before using Mysterious Tail. They definitely trolled there. Definitely trolled. I actually currently can't even KO Charizard though. Should you go first or second using playing Snorlax? You should go second, because you just want to set up. You just set up, you win. So you prioritize turn 1 like Arvin for VIP Pass. Oh, Peony for Escape Rope is pretty sick here. I also don't know if the other... oh my gosh, bro. Every time, bro. Is the second Escape Rope in the deck? God damn it, Raichu. Gosh, bro. Maybe the deck does need 2 Raichu, to be honest. No, that's ridiculous. 1 of 25 there is like absurd. They also didn't get the knockout. If they get the knockout here, I bench the Raichu, and then I go get double generator to it. It's in the deck? Okay. Dude, you... dude, if you were trolling me, I would have been pissed. Honestly, I should maybe go Ultra Ball. Draw 2 cards. Ultra Ball for Flaaffy. Well, actually, setting up more energy here doesn't really matter that much. I should probably just go for a generator. Like, setting up more energy matters, but I don't know. Maybe the Flaaffy would have been good there. Actually, I don't know. Pretty troll, to be honest. Can I put these anywhere? I actually like completely forget. Do I have a boss left? I think I do, right? Yeah, I have a boss left. Okay, cool. But see, now they can vacuum. This is where it can get kind of scary.
They can vacuum this. And I guess then I just push Spiritomb. If they have vacuum counter, dude. If they have vacuum counter catcher, Jesus, man. Vacuum counter catcher, and I had to discard my Raichu. Well, then I have to go with like a Zapdos attack into a Miraidon attack, I guess. We still haven't set up our sheep either. Maybe I should have just got an Ultra Ball instead of a generator there and then just played the Ultra Ball. But if I like drew into like a boss or something, it wouldn't be very good to do that. So, all right, this is looking pretty good. I probably also should have put the 3 energy on the Miraidon there. That's whatever. All right, we do end up getting the dub here. Well, hold up. We haven't won yet. Hold on, chill out, chat. I feel like we're in a good spot. We haven't won yet though. If I keep the boss, I mean, they could retreat next turn. I have that much less. Why did I attach the sheep, dude? I literally trolled with that. I could like Peony for double generator, but I could do that next turn, I guess. Why did I do that? I'm literally trolling. All right, so they could retreat this to like a Charmander and then bench another Charmander and then Candy Zard. So I think I have to punch this but hold the boss. But I also just don't have a switch card in hand right now, so I can't even switch to the combo yet. But yeah, there should just be an energy on this Miraidon. I'd feel so much more comfortable if there's an energy on this Miraidon this next turn to close out the game on the following turn. Honestly, I think Spiritomb is bodying them right now. I'm pretty sure they probably have a an out to Lumineon in hand and literally just can't do it. Or maybe it's Prize. I guess it could be Prize, but to be honest, I think Spiritomb actually worked out this game, which is pretty cringe. Doing this first makes sense. What do I have left? 2 generators, 6 energy. All right. That's pretty good odds. And I can draw 3 off restart as well. So, and then I can like draw into Ultra Ball for flat. Like the chance that I whiff this is like not possible. Do I recommend the Liver King lifestyle? No. Alright, chilling. For a second there, I was thinking though. Possible. Yeah, honestly, holding the boss almost doesn't make sense, I guess, because like, what play do I have, right? Like, if I hold the boss there, I guess I could like top deck. No, there's like no play that I actually have. I can't like top deck a switch card because I don't have any switch cards left. I don't think. Maybe I did. I don't know.